nagyobb bánatom.
I don't give a fuck if you're a Democrat or Republican, because the government is spending lies to what they're publishing. And the discussion between the politicians ain't no stopping. There's a dirt that think we gotta burn people in the oven. Skeletons out of closet, domestic issues causing problems. The motherfucking prophet giving a finger to the higher office. No more coffee because shit is getting out of proportions. Resources exhausted to the last flowers getting auctions. When I moonwalk the planet, I'm on command to conga. They think I'm awkward cause I'm swinging backwards like a lobster. Burning rubber between the pussy lips from your mother. And Pete is the prophet and I'm a real motherfucker. Some bosses think that Apollo moon landing is a hoax, but the same fuckers cutting throats and fucking goats act like they know why they are believing in the motherfucking ghost. Religious causing hope, at the same time it is poison just like dope. Poets, prophets and rebels in the motherfucking house. One nation, you know how we get down. Freedom of speech.
Fight for freedom, here in the slums of a world. We created this chaos of war words. Stationed on point like backbones, we're joined in the struggle. Together we yearn freedom of speech. We fight for freedom, here in the slums of a world. We created this chaos of war words. Stationed on point like backbones, we're joined in the struggle. Together we yearn freedom of speech.
America's tradition, pain, infliction, said it before. No love for politicians, got soldiers fighting wars for oil acquisition. Gives me plenty of ammunition, so I keep spitting. Busting lyrics, question spirits, y'all better listen. The government's mission, attrition, demolition of the people's ambitions. One of the richest countries, yet poor nutrition. Many poor can't afford a position. They call the country free, but what's the definition? Can't get a good job unless you pay tuition. And every year they raise the price of admission. Employers filling fewer positions. Economic conditions make you need a prescription. Freedom of speech but destroy the opposition. I wanna live without asking permission. Position, using transmissions like a technician. This is just one addition. Fight the inhibition. Radiate positive emissions. Multiple renditions. Need to gain some recognition. Gather facts like a statistician. Start a transition before we out of commission. That's my decision. Tell my prohibition. Then be like an apparition. Disappear like a magician.
Fight for freedom, here in the slums of a world. We created this chaos of war words. Stationed on point like backbones, we're joined in the struggle. Together we yearn freedom of speech. We fight for freedom, here in the slums of a world. We created this chaos of war words. Stationed on point like backbones, we're joined in the struggle. Together we yearn freedom of speech.
Yeah. The war of the dead, the struggle of the right, echoes through my head, battle cry of the forgotten. A frozen mindscape illuminates before you. Prophets, scarecrows, psychonauts, apocalyptic warriors, mummies of old pharaohs, rain and blood once again. Never-ending scenario, way to love, opium and gins. The battle rages on, no right or wrong, just weak and strong. My guardian angel walks beside me with army boots on. Wandering in the concrete desert, I see twisting eyes and formless faces, making eye contact, looking away scared, trying to escape my hatred, not knowing who I am. The revolutionary reaper, I'm the prequel and sequel to all your feeble people. Retaliation for the sake of my strategy I'm planning on enslaving the planet. Happily since my heart has turned to granite, cause I see faith and death, love and blood, yin and the yang, collapse among themselves, deep in the mud, lost in the sands, deep in the mud, lost in the sands.
That's what's up. It's my type of freedom, in my heart.
Fight for freedom, here in the slums of a world. We created this chaos of war words. Stationed on point like backbones, we're joined in the struggle. Together we yearn freedom of speech. We fight for freedom, here in the slums of a world. We created this chaos of war words. Stationed on point like backbones, we're joined in the struggle. Together we yearn freedom of speech. Echoes of splintering lives being taken. I wonder how many more can be forsaken. The ground is wet of the tears that are falling. I can hear freedom calling, and I'm all in. We're shipped off by the hunger of the beast. swallow our pride as that feast as we cease to exist. But underground we grew by the numbers, by anger, but the opposition reigns and thunders. Our forefathers died on these lands we walk upon, pride and honor, but now we speak methadone. So come on, raise your awareness. Life got saved long ago in its fairness. We can't just drift away and give up a battle. It's too late, it's 1 minute before the 12 strikes metal. Freedom of speech goes for each, a nation for each, then we have peace. Fight for freedom, here in the slums of our world. We created this chaos of war words. Stationed on point like backbones, we're joined in the struggle. Together we yearn freedom of speech. We fight for freedom, here in the slums of our world. We created this chaos of war words. Stationed on point like backbones, we're joined in the struggle. Together we yearn freedom of speech.